My name is Brittany, and I'm going to do my key issues in Africana studies presentation on Black Power. We all know about the more talked about leaders of the movement like Malcolm X and the Black Panther Party, but let us talk about some lesser known folks in the movement. Contrary to what the government and some non-Black people want to portray, the Black Power movement was never about Black people feeling more superior or entitled to anything. The Black Power movement was more so about people wanting to be treated as equals and having the same human rights that others were given. I like to highlight a key moment that in all my years of schooling I've never heard of, and that movement is the Madison County movement. This movement brought together Black leaders to help fight for schooling, jobs, and voting rights in a county that was at least 70% Black. In 1966, James Meredith, an important leader in this movement, was almost assassinated. These events led to other leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Stokely Carmichael, and others to gather and continue on for the cause. Stokely Carmichael was one pivotal part of the Black Power movement. In 1961, while attending Howard University, Carmichael took part in the Freedom Rides, which rode from Baltimore to Washington. The main goals of the Freedom Rides were to desegregate interstate buses and bus station restaurants. Stokely was also a member and later chairman of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. He worked alongside greats like Martin Luther King Jr. to help move Black rights forward. Carmichael, like Malcolm X, was investigated by the FBI under J. Edgar Hoover's command, and the FBI said that he was working with them, which caused problems with the Black Panther Party. Like many before him, he had to exile himself outside of the United States. Here I inserted a clip that I found of Stokely Carmichael giving a speech in 1966 at the Greek Theater in UC Berkeley. The Black Power movement also crossed over into the music of the time. In 1968, James Brown dropped what would later become the Black Panther Party anthem, Say It Loud. The record stayed at #1 on music charts for 6 weeks. This next photo that I found is from a 1970 Revolutionary People's Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The purpose of this convention was to write a new constitution that was fair and all-inclusive to all communities, regardless of race or social class. Black Power movement wasn't just limited to the United States. They also marched and held rallies to help others in Africa that were going through the apartheid. Here I inserted a flyer from one of those marches to help apartheid in Africa. I leave you with one final set of images. These two images are 48 years apart, but they are still protesting for the same issues against police violence against blacks and just equality. The first picture is from the Olympics in 1968, and the second one is Colin Kaepernick, which he was severely punished for, kneeling for some sort of resolve for the black community against police violence in 2016 when violence was very, very high and rampant among the community. Thank you for watching my presentation. Here I have 3 questions that I would like you to pick one and just answer to the best of your ability. 1. Why almost 60 years later have things not changed? Examples: mass incarcerations, police brutality against blacks. 2. Do you think that America will ever acknowledge the role it played in the history of blacks? And 3. Why do you think agencies like the FBI were so fearful of organizations/people like the Black Panther Party, Stokely Carmichael, Malcolm X, and Dr. King? Again, thank you for watching my presentation.